Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I hope we're all doing well. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about something that I've kind of had put to me as like a kind of stick to kind of beat me with over the last few months, the last year or so since I've been on my journey, which is how much I've changed. So naturally, as I've been kind of on this journey, I've obviously changed quite a lot from the person that I once was through a lot of different stuff. Example, becoming a lot more disciplined, a lot more consistent with my work. I've been able to do the hard work, which I never was used to be able to do before. I think a lot of people kind of use this as kind of an insult to kind of throw at me, and that's a bad thing. But I think this is mainly because I've probably outgrown them quite significantly. Because, like I say, the person I was going out a lot more, I was drinking. Uh, I wasn't. My body was a lot different. I was quite skinny, low on confidence. So I've definitely come like a long way in the last year or so. Um, and naturally, everyone else has not made that same amount of progress as you. So it's the case for me. You'll probably find that too with a lot of your friends. Maybe if you're on self improvement too, that they're kind of lagging behind you somewhat. And it makes it difficult, and it's not nice when people think like you've changed and you become like a bad person or somewhat when you all you want to do is become the best version of yourself. Um, but I think you can kind of tell like the way people say it, they think like you're doing a bad thing, you're boring and stuff because you don't come out and all of this. Like you just want to go, you think like the gym's fun, and just because like they don't think the same type of things, it's kind of like like everyone has their own fun and all of that. But people watching this, you will outgrow your friends if you've not already. And also, maybe when it comes to your romantic relationships, your girlfriend, when you're on self improvement, it is just inevitable in life. I would always recommend to try bring your friends up with you, like I've said previously. However, if you are struggling with that, which I have for quite a long period of my life, while I've been on self improvement, it's been a bit of a struggle. Um, you kind of will just have to take a step back from that, unfortunately. It kind of depends how advanced you are in your journey, how far you've came. You'll probably find it a lot more easy if you're at the beginning and you're kind of starting at the same pace, you're at the same kind of position with each other. I think you'll probably be able to. I think they'll be a lot more inclined to kind of join you in your journey, either to see you like up here, and they're kind of like down here, but they're kind of like inspired by you somewhat. It probably won't last. I'm sorry to say. I've kind of seen it with quite a few of my friends, and I'm not trying to like be big headed and stuff, but it's just the truth of the. It's just how it is. Like they're just a lot below me. I've been putting in work consistently, nearly every single day for the last year, 18 months or so. So it's naturally that I'm gonna be in a lot better position than they are. The friends that I am friends with now are quite different to who they were a year ago, 18 months ago. Like I said, I've just kind of outgrown them since I started my self improvement journey, and a lot of them I've had to take a step back from them somewhat. They don't want what I want out of life, and that's fine. Like everyone wants different things from life, and like I accept that completely. But I have to do that. I have to carry on with my journey, my purpose without them. So you do have to be somewhat ruthless on your journey. But if you look at anyone who's successful in life, in whatever business, athletes, they've had to be ruthless when it comes to cutting off people that are not benefiting their life at all. If they're just going to end up dragging them down, especially when I think for a lot of young people, it comes to like the party scene and stuff. If you've got friends that are going to just influence you and try and get you into those environments, they're just going to end up dragging you down. You're not going to achieve what you realistically want to achieve out of life. And whatever it is, like anyone that's successful has had to be quite ruthless and cut people out who they know that aren't good for them. And the sooner you do this, the better at the end of the day, because you'll start seeing some more results. Ideally, you'll be able to replace these people, if you can't bring them up with you, with people who want the same type of things for you in life. But I understand it's not always as easy as that, especially when you get to a certain level, to kind of find people who are kind of above you or even like kind of match your level. Is if you're in like a small town like I am, you probably will find it challenging. But sometimes, till we can kind of find those people and reach out and network a bit more, until you kind of built up audience, you might just have to go alone, or just have one or two people who can kind of on your same wavelength, and you can just keep pushing each other. I see a lot of guys that I went to school with who obviously haven't been on self-improvement or anything like that. They were like the top guys at school. They were getting all the girls. Everyone was like looking up to them, and be like, "Oh, I wish I could be that guy." They're just living the same lives. They have the same job. They go to the same like shit clubs every single week. They look a lot worse than they used to. Their body's just not the same as it was. They've got a lot more fatter. They've probably been in the pub, just not looking after their health whatsoever. And yeah, like they've not changed at all. But you don't want to be like them. A lot of people I know, they're the same. I can guarantee if I went and spoke to them, they'd be the same person as they was when I knew them 3-4 years ago. But you don't want to be like that type of guy who's just constantly saying the same mindset, same beliefs. They just look the same, or they look worse. They do the same job for their whole life. It's not exciting at all, is it? You don't want to be that guy if you're interested in self-improvement. You want to make your life as good as it possibly can be. You don't want that type of life at all. You should be happy when you do change, because it is a significant sign you've made a lot of progress in your life. It's natural, as for any human, to be constantly evolving. It would be it wouldn't be right. It would be like bad for our bloodline if we'd kind of just stayed the same as we all were. We just never progressed and changed who we were. Like we'd never see any progress through like our bloodline. When especially if we're like not good people, we need to change our mindset. We need to change our beliefs. We need to change our values, etc., etc. We want to make changes, and no one's perfect, so there's always room for improvement, and there's definitely stuff that I will always want to change about myself. But I like the overall kind of change when it comes to belief, mindset, values and stuff like that. I kind of feel like I've broken the chain from kind of what I got taught, what got passed down to me and previous generations, that now like my children will be brought up into a world with different kind of beliefs, and like mindsets of what they think is like kind of possible, the kind of life that they have to live. They won't be like put in front of this same like bullshit script that I was kind of presented with. I'm not saying like I was brought up badly. My mum did an excellent job and all of this, and it's not her fault, but unfortunately quite a lot of people do end up getting like brainwashed by society and the media. I think it's just so toxic, as I've explained in a lot of videos. But it's not their fault whatsoever. But like I've kind of learned stuff from an early age. I've always like kind of questioned things, and I've always like kind of looked at people's lives and never really understood kind of why they're doing those things. It's not making them happy. But you always get told, oh, you know, it's a job, it pays the bills, or like whatever. When it comes to relationships, I don't know, I've never understood why people like stay together if they're not even happy together, and there's so much cheating and all of this. But like I've kind of, because I've changed so much in what I believe in, I would make sure like my beliefs are put into my children, so they're not like brainwashed by society and the propaganda machine that I feel like I was somewhat, and that they're trying to do for a lot of young people. I think this is like beautiful that I'm able to change this, because like it's different to what I've ever experienced in my life. And I would want like everyone to kind of be on that same type of wavelength and want their children to have similar beliefs put into them that they truly believe in, and it's not just put into by someone else. So whatever how much you want to change is probably going to change like over time. But like I say, the kind of main point of this video is you should want to change, and it shouldn't be seen as a negative whatsoever if people say, oh, you've changed, like why don't you want to do this, why don't you want to do this. Just like accept everyone is on their completely different journey. Some people won't want to change, and you have to accept that. Like I've done with a lot of people, you can only like say so much and help them, But if they don't want to change, then that's fine. You've got to live your own life. But I think, yeah, like I say, definitely be encouraged to change. Like I think for me, I'd want to be the guy where the girls who thought, like, from school, like, they didn't give me the time of day, anything like that, and then like one day they'd be like, oh, DMing me like, oh, it's been a while, like, you're looking good and all of this, we should catch up sometime. Like, you won't want them anymore at the end of the day. Your levels above them because you've changed your life. And I think everyone should embrace change, whatever that may be in their life. As we are natural humans, we're bound to evolve over time. So yeah, like I say, embrace change, guys, and yeah, don't let anyone say that it's a bad thing, because it definitely isn't. And yeah, always stick to what you believe is right and your purpose and your goals for life. So that's today's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you could like, share, subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. And take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.